Welcome back. In this video, we'll demonstrate how delivery leads or service engineers can take over their assigned work orders and execute them. To get started, we're logged in as Mike Roberts, using his credentials. Let's head over to the Delivery Lead Workbench. Here you can see multiple work orders assigned to Mike. In the previous video, we created Work Order 36, which was for the same customer and site, just on different dates. Since that work order has already been completed, we'll now work with Work Order 38 for this demonstration. Once a work order is assigned, it appears in this view. You can see key details like scheduled date, March 27th, reporting time, 9 a.m., service type, drill pipe structural inspection, quantity, 25. On the right, we also have the customer and site information. If you need directions, you can click the geolocation link to open the site in Google Maps. Now before we proceed, the first step is resource allocation. To do so, we'll click on the Populate button. Watch what happens. The system automatically identifies and lists all the resources required for this job. This includes manpower like crew members or drivers, equipment like tools or machines, vehicles for transportation. Consumables include any necessary materials. The system shows a thumbs-up icon if a resource is already available and assigned to Mike. For instance, tools or crew members that are always with the delivery lead won't need further action. However, in this case, we can see that a heavy vehicle driver is required, but there is 0 available, and it's the service provider's responsibility to arrange it. This responsibility has been defined in the service contracts and configured within the service operation module. The system helps clarify who is responsible for providing each resource, ensuring there's no confusion. In this case, since the driver is the service provider's responsibility, it will need to be allocated accordingly. Next, let's talk about the documents. When a work order is populated, the system automatically generates the necessary delivery documents. Each document is assigned a unique document number, UDN, and a QR code. The QR code is printed on the documents. This makes tracking and verification easier. You can find the document list right here, and once the job is done, these reports will need to be handed over to the customer. That is how we've reviewed resources and documents. The next step is resource allocation. Someone needs to assign the necessary resources like crew members, equipment, or vehicles to the work order. We'll cover that process in detail in the next video. Now let's cover stage tracking. This feature helps you monitor progress by adding different stages to the work order. To add a stage, simply select from the stage matrix. After each stage, you can update the status and add remarks to keep everything organized. For example, let's say we've completed the resource allocation. We'll add the resource allocation completed stage and add a remark like all resources ready for execution. It's important to note that while stages are manually updated, the system also tracks the overall status of the work order automatically. When the work order is first assigned, the status becomes assigned. Once the service engineer starts the job, the status switches to started. After completion, it changes to completed. And that's how you can manage and execute a work order. In the next video, we'll dive deeper into the resource allocation process to ensure everything is good to go. Stay tuned.